The Freddie Jones Band in a Daydream CBT guitar lesson from my buddy David in Canada. David, man, this song, it took me forever. What really made me take the longest on this is finding the right delay. I went from trying the delay that's built in on the amp, trying to get the milliseconds right, thought I had it close, started tabbing it, and just was not pleased with it at all. I've started this over 3 times, went through half a bottle of whiteout, but I ended up downloading or pulling up the Spark app, okay, and it's got, you know, these different amp settings with effects, and I found a delay on there, just had to keep working with it. It didn't give me the milliseconds on there, so I may just take a picture of it and show you how the settings are. I don't know if you have the Spark amp. It's really a cool amp, but it finally got me in the ballpark. But this, if it weren't for that, this would have been so much easier. Because as it was one of the hardest ones I had worked on in a long time. Because the delay, it's tricky, because if your delay isn't right, then you go to do the fills, whether it's a, stuff like that, you're not sure what note's being picked and which one's being played on the delay, and you get this ping, and you can almost like turn the delay off and manually play it, but then it makes it more on the playing department and it doesn't sound quite the same. So that's the stuff I was dealing with on this, okay? So it's still 10 pages. Section 1A actually starts with this really cool harmonic tap, so you're going to want to, oh, and then we got 2 pages of the slide guitar. It runs through the whole song, so that was another 2-page thing, but we'll get to that. So this intro, really cool. I don't know if you've done harmonic tapping, but what you want to do is go 5A, middle finger, 4D index. Actually, the finger you use doesn't matter. That's just what I chose to use. And take you want to hold your pick, because we're going to need it. So use your middle finger. Eddie Van Halen did this a lot. And you want to tap above an octave up to catch the harmonic to that 5th fret. There it is. So I'm outlining this chord 12 frets up the neck. So now I'm going to go to the 16th fret. So it's, and then an open G. So the octave to that means we got to jump over to 12G and do it twice. It's, and it's real soft how he does that. Another option, if you don't want to throw the open in, and I didn't write this in your tabs, but it's easier to do, is to go. In other words, I'm tapping the 17 right above the fret wire. That's the key. The further out fret wire. 16, and then you can put your 3rd finger on 5D and tap 17D twice. That's the same harmonic as that, okay? But pretty certain he's going, hitting that open. It's just got that open sound to it. Then after that, it sounds finger picked, actually, but you can use a pick. He goes, and it kind of fades out, but go 5A, 4D, 3B, and then an open G, and just loop that. Keep everything, set down. And you could use a finger for each string. Thumb, index, ring, middle, Or you can go thumb, middle, index. Just experiment with that. I do that a lot. I'll go thumb, and then use 2 other fingers if there's only 2 strings left. But if you want to get better at finger picking stuff, it would be a finger per string. Okay, so That I called section 1A. Comes in at 1 second in. Now that cool intro riff with the chords that you heard me play, let's jump into that. The first time around, he goes down, down, up, mute, and then starts the chord. The chord is open D, 11G, 10B, and 12E. You'll strum those, and then down, up, palm mute the open D. Then do the palm muting open on the D again, and then go 9, 10, 9. That's just an A major chord using the D shape. So you have, on all the other ones, you're not going to be going on the mute, so it's easier to just do the open. And then repeat it with the 7, 8, 7. So you have, and then the opens again, back to 9, 10, 9. Now here's the only change in here, and it's important. After you hit the 9, 10, 9, only do down, up. Don't go down, up, just down, up. Palm mute on that open D. And then back to 7, 8, 7. Then down, up, down, up. That would be the part, that section 1B. And I missed it first time through. I made a correction here before I started the lesson. You'll do that 4 times, and then he'll throw in a, and that's 40, well, the first one's I think 30 seconds in, and it's 10E, 12B, 10, 11, 9, 11, 9, 11 on the G. So it, and then it goes another 4 times, 4th time no star, and it repeats the same one. The way you see it in your tabs, it'll say, you'll see the double dots 8 times, 8th time no star. Which the star is when you're going and throwing in the fill. So you're going to do that 4 times of the rhythm, 4th no star, and then that little lead riff, and then do all that again. At 45 seconds will be the 2nd time it goes. Okay, then I believe vocals come in here. Vocals may be over the other part as well. I believe it is. 47 seconds in, similar to section 1B. It's the same start chord, same second chord. So then you're gonna go down, up, palm muted on the D, followed with it's the D major, just an inversion you may not have used before. 5E, 7B, 7G, and do it 3 times, starting with the open D string, down, up, down, up. So you have, and then a down, up after that on the open D. Then down, up on the open D, followed by 7, 8, 7. That's a major chord. 5 times. Sounds like this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Down, up. Followed by that down, up. So you're either doing 4 down, ups, which is the majority of the time, or just a down, up, which is just a couple times. But it's important. It'll throw the whole rhythm off if you don't have that. So let me play it in context one more time for you. And then you go back. That whole part. Actually, no. Then you go to section 1B. 2nd time no star, and a different filler this time, coming in at a minute in. It goes. Oops. Really cool with that delay. So on the E, 17, 14, and then 15, 14, 15B, and then 14, 17, 14 on the E. Now here's the deal with the delay. You always hear me talking about subgrouping and playing stuff slower, you know, so you can get comfortable with it. The only problem with doing that now is that delay, when you slow down to practice it, isn't going to slow down. And it's going to sound jumpy in your soloing. So, you can even turn the delay off for some of it if you just want to work on the riff. It's not something you come across usually in a CBT. As many as you've had me do for you, we've never had an issue like this. And you've had me do some wild ones, so which is cool. Section 1D, a minute 2 in. This is on the top of page 3. And we're going to go G major, some stuff you'll be familiar with here. 3-2, open, open, 3-3. It goes 3-4, 2-3-4 to an E minor. So G, D, F sharp, and E minor. They're whole notes. You're going to give it a 4 count. 2, 3, 4. 2, open, open, 2, 3. That's a D/F sharp. 2, 3, 4. The E minor, 2nd fret A and D, we're going to arpeggiate. It goes E, A, D, B. And then when you get to the B, just work your way up till you get back to the low E. And then strum the E minor chord, okay? Then you hit some repeats at a minute 10. The next new part you'll find, and this, you'll see where I used whiteout. Boy, this gave me trouble till I got the right milliseconds, but very cool. Palm mute 5-4 AD and then 7-5 AD. And the rest of this is on the D. 4-7 and 5-9. So you can, when I slow it down, like I said earlier, it's going to sound funky, watch. That delay is just going to make things off time. So I'm trying to play it up to time for you, but like I said, you can shut the delay off if you want to subgroup it and play it slower. 4-7, 5-9, 7-11, and 9-12, 11-14, 12. So we have very cool. Oops. You have this but you're not really picking that much. That's the cool part of this delay here. I can go all day doing it. Once you get the right milliseconds, it's a lot of fun. So, but I don't want to shut the delay off because we got it for the right milliseconds here. That is going to take you back to section 1D at a minute 45 as well as 1B. Then there's another fill. Open 2 on the A, open 2 on the D, palm mute. And then the rest of this is on the D. It's similar to that last riff. 4th fret, 2-5, 4-7. So very similar to the other one. 5-9, 7-11, 9-12. There you go. Before I had like, I was having you manually pick all this stuff. Bunch of repeats at a minute 49, so we can go to page 4. Solo at 220. Now that's going to be interesting. Maybe bring your delay volume down here on this. And I'm just going to slowly go. There's a lot of solo here, Dave, so I'm just going to kind of run through it for you at a slower pace, and you can work with the tabs. We have... Yeah. So 7-9, 7-9, A, D, A. Yeah. 1 second here. Okay. One more time. I almost want to shut the delay off, but next line. And then you're going to repeat all that. 227 timestamp. We got this. Oops, try it again. And then it jumps up. to 10, 12, E, B. And then 14, we're going to pull 10. Okay, this next little riff, though, was pretty melodic. I want to kind of show you what's happening with this delay in here, how it makes it sound. 10, 15, pull 10 on the E. And then 15, pull 14 on the E. So... Gotta go to the top of page 5. And then 10, 10, 14, pull 12. And then 10, 10, and then 12, 14, pull 10. And then pick the 10. So it's like, oops. You know what I mean? So you have this. That's happening melody-wise in there. I feel like the delay is actually cluttering it for this main solo. Let's see. So I'm not going to use the delay for this part. And it's not as prominent in here either in the solo. He's got some reverb going as well. Okay, 241. We're going to do this. I had the wrong finger to start there, so... And then it moves on to 18G, slide to 19. Oh yeah. So, that's wild. Yep. Kind of Eric Johnson-ish a little bit, particularly this part. That's that part. 245. Gonna have 4 times of this that part, so 4 of them. 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna go another 12, rest, jump up to 14. And then we have 21. $22, rest. Yeah, really, this is going to be something you're going to want to sit and just go over all these. Top of page 6, 252. We have 19B for our start. And then 2 times of this, which is 19 hammer 20B, 17E. Then we got this. Jump to 15E. Okay, you'll see double dots again, 16G, 14, 15B twice. So you have double dots again, 12E, 15, or 12E, 14 hammer, 15B twice. I think there's a few of these actually. And then 257, we have 17E, and then 15, pull 14 on the B. Now that is 11 times. You'll remember that part. Trying to remember if that was a hold where the 17 stays. It probably lifts it, because usually I darken the line if it's a hold. Like that. And then you have 17E, 3 times rest. Then we have So that ending is, or, that's cool. Very Eric Johnson. Bunch of repeats at 306. Solo 2 at 408. 5-2A, 4 pull open D, and then down up down 2-4-5 D, pull 2. Yeah. 4-4-5-7 pull 4. So you have cool little pattern there. Continuing on the D string. 5-7-4-5. And then you'll see 4 times. You go back to the 4 of those, and then 4/17 time stamp. We have your oops. And then keeps going on that one. G, and then we jump over here to 14B. Oops. Let's do that again from 14-15B. And then a jump to 12B. That's going to be interesting. May end up with these fingers here. Yeah. I see. 423, double dots. We're going to be going 17E, 1917B, or 1919B, 4 times. So oops. Cool run. 427, 4 times of this. 19E, and then 19B twice. 19 pull 15E. 19B twice, 15E. 4 times, so it's awesome, love it. Page 8, 431, we go to fret 21, high E, 21 to 19. And then 17E, hammer 21, and then 1917BE, 2 times. So, and then it finishes that type of concept with this. So you have, okay, now a new concept, 1917, E and B, and then 15 hammer 19 on the E. It's the same concept, just a whole step over. Oops, do it again. 435 timestamp, 1715. Same idea, different spacing. Or no, it might be a new idea. Yeah. And then at 440, by the way, you will see several double dots throughout that too. But here's a start of some double dots at 440. It's just an octave. You'll probably hear it in the background. 14G and 17E, muting the B. Go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So. And then down, up, and then change to 12-15. Down, up, down, up. So check it out, because that's going to go 4 times. Fourth time, no star. So the 4th time you'll go. Ending on an upstroke and finishing with this. 5 pull 2 E, 2 pull open A, 5 pull 2 A, 2, pull open D. So it's, oops, that's a very cool run. Open 2, 4, pull open on the D. 4, 5, 7, pull 4 on the D. And then a 7. So it's, and then you strum a D, just a standard D major chord. Okay, then the top of page 9. Okay, that's it for the song. Then we had some overdub. Actually, it's a slide guitar through here. Nothing real crazy slide-wise, but we're going to put a little bit of gain. Okay, 32 seconds in. Let's see. Okay, 5 D and G, slide to 7. 5 D, G, B, slide to 7. Just bigger sounding. 48 seconds in. Now that started at 32 seconds, and then 40 seconds, and now 48. Back to this. Then you're gonna go 59 seconds, and then, oops. You'll remember that. That's like the end of the chorus, I believe. 9, slide 12 G, and then 12 BE. Oops. Okay, then back to this. 5, slide to 7 D and G. And then you'll do a single string, 7, slide 9 D. Rest and slide back to 7. So we have a minute 18, and a lot of this is repeat stuff. So oops, do it again. Wait, we already did that. Start that over. Switches strings to 7 GB from the 5 DG. And then at a minute 40, and then moving on. Oops. Okay, some repeats, and then then you'll have this 5 DG to 7 BG. So you want to strum that 7 GB because we're switching strings. Now the rhythm behind the solo, here's what's happening. A lot of the same actually. And it rings a while again. Oops. And then we have, you'll hit some just straight on notes, 12, 14 G. And then a 243, a single note, 2 to 7 on the G, so we have, and then slide to a 9 and 11, so, oops, do it again. Repeat the 103 part, no star, and then more single notes, 9 to 12 on the D. So it's 9 to 12, 11, 9, slide to 7. 2, D and G, slide to 7. Oops. And you'll hear a 14 to 11 G in there twice. Once again, behind the solo. 322, this is more of the same. 333. Single 7 slide to 12 on the D. 7 GB. 11 to 14 on the G with a quick rest. Repeat 103. Back to more of the same. Repeat 103. No star. 401 timestamp. More of the same. Oops. Then you'll see double dots here. 2 D and G, slide to 7. And then strum it. Do that again. After that, 7 to 12 on the G, 11. And then strum 7 D, G. Double dots, 8 times of this. 2 D and G, slide to 7, then strum. You do that 8 times. So you'll have, dang it. But the pause is longer. You'll hear that. 504, this is the end. And this sounded like a volume swell pedal thing, but you can do it on a slide. 3, slide 2 E, and then 3 B. And then vibrato, so, but do the 3 to 2 twice. And then 5 slide to 2 E. And then 5 slide to 8. 5 slide to 2. And then end on 3B. And there you have it. You'll see at the bottom of page 10, 30 seconds in is that first guitar miss that I had. It's the same as the 45-second one, so we already covered all that. Thanks, Dave. This one gave me some trouble, man, but maybe I'll take a picture of the delay settings on this, and maybe you can match it. I wish it would tell me the milliseconds, but it's just not. But you can try to match it to the when you heard me playing it, and you hear the timing of those repeats. If you got a manual delay, see if you can get that in there. Put about 4 or 5 echoes off of it, you know, but it's got to be in time with the song, and that can be tough to do. Thanks, man.